Hello! Am I live? I feel like I'm live. I pushed the button that... Yes! Yes, it appears that I'm live. Welcome. Excellent. Good stuff. I am, as you are probably aware, SciFiAIguy, aka Ryan Morrison, bringing to you tonight the Monday night stream. The SciFiAIguy stream. Excellent! We have audio? Wonderful. Cool. We'll hang out here for a couple minutes, wait for our other regulars to arrive, and then we can begin. This is part... shit, maybe 16, 17? I don't think it's part 18. It's either part 16 or 17. So we've been on this game a while. It's been taking us some time. There are a lot of puzzles in this. It has been interspersed with some quality sci-fi/AI content, so it has remained relevant largely throughout. But it's been very much a breadcrumb scenario, which is fine. You know, it's a game, and it's a first party. No, it's not. It's a big game. It's a big game anyway. I'm a bit flustered. I'm a bit ill. I'm trying to rest up before PAX. Didn't go into the office today, just did everything from the study, which was fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. I got in some paperwork for a deadline, which hopefully means I'll be attending a conference in Canada, so fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Pottering away at the novel, the usual PhD stuff at this point. So it's good to have a little break from that. I mean, this is technically PhD work, but this is PhD work where I get to hang out with friends, drink refreshing beverages, none of which are alcoholic tonight, and potter about in an awesome puzzle game. I do have on hand some solutions for these block puzzles, and I mean this website provides other solutions for other stuff as well. So depending on what we get through tonight, that would be tops. But I think we're going to go to those islands, those funky islands with the insane block puzzles. Then we're going to do the actual puzzles on the islands, and then who knows? See what the game throws up. We've obtained a lot of stars, but not all stars, apparently. Like, there's like 30-something, 31 maybe. Oh, Roosler saying resting before, during, or after PAX is physically impossible, I think. Yeah, it's tough. I always have this thing before a big trip or a big event where I'm like, okay, I gotta get that rest in. I must prepare myself. But I'm excited about doing the thing, right? And also, I'm famously bad at rest. My idea of rest is often to do something. I have tons of hobbies. I play a lot of D&D. We play a lot of board games with friends. Not as much as we do D&D these days, but still, a lot of my leisure time is spoken for, because if it's not spoken for, my first instinct is to fill it with something. Even this afternoon on the couch, I could have been resting my arms and hands and body, you know, in preparation for the stream, in preparation for PAX. But I spent that time working on D&D content that won't even be seen until next year. But I've got these ideas and I just want to get them out. My brain is constantly, desperately trying to create all the damn time. And that's cool, it means I create a lot of stuff, but it means I'm just really shitty at rest. So resting before PAX has been tough. The trick normally is to put on a TV show that will engage me such that I zone out, like truly binge watch something. But that's rough. I mean, I've watched everything to death that we've rewatched a lot, right? Like the staples have been overdone. And in terms of new shows, there's a few, you know, but a lot of them are being drip fed, and season 2 of Fargo just isn't as good as season 1, so, you know. Perhaps find creative ways to rest, like hammocks. You might be right, Roosh. I do actually own a hammock. I was gifted a hammock by a friend, and I just haven't been able to string it up. There's been nowhere to string a hammock. The moment I do, I'm going to get drunk in that hammock and like send her pictures of me completely smashed in a hammock. That's the dream. That's the dream. String up the hammock. Everything else is secondary. Well lit meanie, hello, welcome, welcome. Long time since we've seen you, or at least we've seen you by proxy, which is to say we've seen Saz Rainbow. So it's great to see you in the chat. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. I haven't touched base with Place of Old, so I don't know if they will be here at some point or a later point. Place of Old has been pretty busy lately by the sounds. Also coming to PAX, so, you know. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? It's 6 past. Let's do it. What in the world is up, Well Lit Weenie? Well, we're getting ready for PAX. Physically and emotionally, we're trying to prep for PAX. And it's not working terribly well. Or at least it's not for me, I'm bad at rest. But I spent today doing uni work, filling in paperwork so I can hopefully go to Canada for a conference, and writing the novel and blah blah blah. All the interesting and exciting stuff that I get to do for money for a very short period of time, because PhDs are cool. Finishing a PhD, actually having the doctor in front of your name, sounds cool, but it's actually way more terrifying than going through the PhD itself. I promise you. I promise you. The real world is harsh. Harsh, harsh, harsh. Oh, I can hear the beast curating his museum of hams. Hear the crunch of poo sand beneath his little feet. Alright, so I have obtained a metric shit ton of stars. Apparently it's not enough stars, but that's fine. Okay, here we go. So this is the messenger place? At the very least it's the island place, right? It's an island. So, we've come out here before. I mean, exquisite, right? Like, absolutely preternaturally exquisite. I mean, that skybox is admittedly the skyboxiest. It either looked better before, or I was just more open to the possibility of it, you know, of it moving me. But, nevertheless, I am blown away by these spaces. So good. And here we go. Alright. So. It's interesting. I genuinely don't know if, when I was younger, playing games, whether I was moved by things that were beautiful in games, right? I think... No, I was. And the reason that I know that I was is because Myst. Myst was one of my favourite games for the longest time. Just so fucking good. I got so into Myst that I obtained all the sequels, with the exception of Uru, because fuck that game. Really? 2 bricks at the bottom, 2 squares at the bottom. That is cruel. I would not think they would do that. That is savage. Yeah, not only do I love Myst, I love... Actually, no, I'm going to leave this here, because I don't know where to put it. Actually, no, I can take it with me. Grown-ass man. Yeah, I bought all the books. I have all the Myst books. Now, I don't mean books that literally take you somewhere because Myst is real. Although, I will be honest with you, when I got these books in the mail, I opened them, and I laid my hand upon the first page, and I closed my eyes, and I didn't fucking go anywhere. And it sucked. The books were okay. They got better as they went on because the characters and the plot needed time to grow on me. I think the writing style just wasn't quite to my taste. A little bit naff in places. Nevertheless, good books. I can recommend them if you like Myst. If you don't like Myst, then you probably shouldn't fucking bother. Place of Old, says Rainbow. Yes. Hello. Hello. No, don't need to apologise, Place of Old. All good. You missed the usual nonsense preamble. Me talking about my day. Nothing of note, frankly. Right now we're grinding out these puzzles to get some messenger shit going on. I'm only saying messenger shit because this is what the webpage in front of me tells me this is about. And that's fine. We've played this game enough that I don't feel guilty getting answers, because I earned a lot of them, and fuck it. But, yes, because once we're through with this game, we can play something else. Like, it's not that I'm sick of this game, it's that I really want to see how it ends. I want to know, particularly because of that chatbot, I want to know what the actual message of the game is, right? Okay. So you are clearly... Okay, then over yonder. Oh. Yeah, sitting with this game for so long, it's been good that it has been floating around conceptually, I suppose. I suppose that's a good thing. If only because it has given me new things to think about most weeks. It's largely touched upon very similar content, don't get me wrong, but it has at least had some variance, right? Whereas Soma was a lot of the same until it started dropping bombs, and then it was awesome. This is wrong. There's just been just enough of interesting shit. Right. Another sip of my beverage. Oh, Jim the Eternal, welcome. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. What was I doing? What was I doing? I was doing this. Ah, see this music? Because my memories of liking games as a youth were liking things like, well, Commander Keen, which, I mean, Commander Keen was awesome. So good. Commander Keen 4E, I believe, was my game of choice for some time. I liked Wolfenstein 3D. For the longest time, though, I had a computer without speakers. So much of my experience with these games was not completely silent, but no game noise, right? Like, yeah, hearing them later with sound was actually weird and horrible. I didn't like it. It was impossible to like. Which seems strange, but... And it's not even that I'd put noises in, right? It's not like I'd invented noises in my head. I just didn't think of those games as having sound, because we just didn't have speakers. That's just not... Well... Yeah, I think we just legitimately did not have speakers, because this was a computer, like, it was a 386, and then it got upgraded to a 486. It was a gift from my Uncle Dave, because he wanted us to be computer literate. And so I learned a lot of stuff, like, you know, in DOS and whatever. Like, he showed me some cool stuff, and we had some games, but, yeah. But when I think of those games, and I think of a game like this would have blown me away at the time, I suppose, but I don't know whether the beauty of it would have resonated as much or in the same way. Okay. So I have some items. Some key items. I see. Well, this is... I mean... Frankly. Let's scoot around here just in case. It's just a path, isn't it? Right, cool. Well, we need the fan. Ooh, busy chat tonight. Really glad I logged on, actually. Because of my slight woobliness and trying to rest up for PAX, foolishly, it would seem, I did think to myself, well, maybe I shouldn't stream. But no matter how excited I get for the stream, there's still a lot of trepidation. Not because I think streaming is a bad idea, but because I just get anxious, right? So it's an anxiety thing. It's the same thing that sometimes makes me afraid to be a DM. I DM a lot, so having 5 or 6 people come to my house, sit down, and expect to be playing a game means that I can be afraid, but I can't be afraid for long because they want to play that game, right? At the end of the day, that's what they want. That's what they're visiting me for. I mean, we could just hang out, but I promised them a game of Dungeons & Dragons, right? So there's no getting around it. So that helps obviate the anxiety, or at the very least it says, well, it doesn't matter how anxious you are, you have to run a game. But with a stream, I've got a deadline, and I stick to it. But if I don't stream, I post an apology, I say I'm not feeling well, because that's usually part of it. I don't feel well a lot of the time, actually. That's just my standard. And, you know, sometimes I'm attempting self-care and genuinely need the rest. God, this place is beautiful. But the consequences aren't as apparent, right? It's not people coming to my house. It's people I could be talking to online, but I'm not. And so I have felt bad sometimes when I've skipped streaming, but it's a very different kind of feeling bad. So I'm really glad that that I logged in, that I'm online. Whew. Need to keep wetting my whistle. Also, Dan, you guys are chatting like crazy. This is awesome. Excuse me while I catch up very briefly. Oh, damn, I'm sorry, Place of Old. Well, yeah, all the hugs. And soon we're on holiday, you know? Soon we'll be paxing it up. Okay, so says Rainbow dislikes game noise a lot of the time for the same reason. Oh, and you make him mute it. That's interesting. That is cool. Cool, yeah. Oh no, well lit weenie allows space for podcasting, which ain't so bad. Yep, I get that. Yep. Yeah. A nuanced approach to anxiety and guilt. Thank you, well lit weenie. I try to nuance things. Place of old, fine hanging out because you are mega aces. Oh yeah, and look, if I said let's not play D&D, let's just hang out and play board games, I would feel less stress. But I would feel okay with the board games, right? But I would still feel bad that I had promised D&D and not delivered, I guess. Yeah. But no, you guys are fantastic, so I know that you understand and are very cool. Oh, so are these the... Hey. What the... Okay, Uriel 48. I shall protect the Garden of Worlds in eternity. Barashiel. Sounds like a source. My counsel will guide the children of Elohim to glory. Salafiel. Without the word of Elohim in our hearts, we are nothing. Azrael 19. I shall remember the names of the dead in eternity. Suriel Waller. I shall bring knowledge and healing to the children of Elohim. Dude. Okay, getting pretty wild now. Zadkill. Only through mercy can we reach eternal peace. Alright. Ermis. I shall carry the message of Elohim to all the words of his garden. So all of these pictures have been... So some of these are statues and faces and robot heads. And then a couple of these are... Like, that's a bomb, and that's one of the blockers. So that opens a terrifying possibility that the same sentience that I have is shared by these things. That is wild. Don't know how I feel about that. I hope that's what they're getting at. That fucking... That's nuts. That's nutty. Well, Jim the Eternal, I feel you. Sometimes it's a trial. It's performative, right? Even when you conceptualize it as just hanging out with friends. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that idea of being on. It's just a huge thing. It's... Yeah. No, Yeah. And I used to work in retail, so I've got a lot of experience being performative. But... And it can be nourishing, like it can be really energizing. The good sessions where that being performative is Oh! Whoa, what? What the fuck? I finally met another robot. You're kidding. That's Uriel? That's literally Uriel. What the fuck is happening? Welcome, child. I'm one of those who elected to remain in the world as a messenger of the hidden words. If you are ever in need, seek us and cry for help. We do what we can. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did he just teleport out or disappear? I missed it. I'm going to watch the next one I unleash. What the shit? That is really cool. Because it adds to the mythology, right? Like, I've been seeing all of these other robots having a whinge, like posting QR codes everywhere, but this is someone who either got through to the eternal life thing and decided to stay here instead, or I don't know what. Got fed up and took this as another offer. Like, I've had no chance to elect to do anything. I've had no apart from going through the puzzles, right? I've had no chance to say, oh, well, I want to stay behind. That implies a level of communication that I have not been given. But he is like me. It's part and parcel of that fucking silent protagonist problem, right? Although I'm not that silent, I got to have mega chats with a variety of douchebags on the interweb. Man, that's cool. That really cranked my hog. Alright, where's the portal? Let's get out of here. Let's get out of this enchanted realm. And out. Well, look, Weenie, can someone school me in the lore from the last many weeks? Good Christ. I don't know that I can off the top of my head. Not easily. Okay, so I can open this. No. Go away, go away. In the name of completeness, I want to do the messengers one after the other. I want this to be the messenger episode, right? I want to be able to look back on this app and be like, oh, the messengers. That's what I want. Jim the Eternal, wow, those were not there during my playthrough. Really? Something they patched in later, maybe? It's interesting. I mean, this is, I think, the complete... Like, this is the Game of the Year edition that came with the expansion as well. Like, maybe that added a bit of content? I don't know. I don't know. Don't know what to tell you. I feel like there was one this way, wasn't there? Like, there was a door that I hacked through... Or was it like a star thing I hacked through and then I had access to a star door. And I was like, what the fuck? Oh, okay. It's a star here somehow. Alright. So, there are more stars that I need to get. This might be the Messenger and Star episode, maybe? Okay, so... criminy. Let's go to B. Let's go through them in order. Like, the door that I broke through was... Huh. No, I'm gonna try here. I'm gonna try here. Try here. Yeah. Because I know there's one in Egypt land. In Egypt! Oh, choice between lower gate. Yeah, okay. Lower gate versus tower. That's a good point, Crafty. Oh, wow. Damn. Yeah, so Jim the Eternal filling me in on the fact that the PS4 version is different from the Steam version. Yeah, okay, so I'm on the PS4 version. That's me. That's where I'm at. And yeah, so I definitely don't want spoilers. Damn, okay. That's interesting. So one moment while I... Okay, so... I can't remember which one of these had the... I'm gonna have to go into them one by one. Excuse me a moment while I run around everywhere. Nope. You can't run backwards. It's interesting. The run function does not... Like I could sprint and then back up. Oh, no, it is reduced. It is reduced. Okay. That is a surprising amount of realism. Okay, not you. I mean, you could sprint. Could you sprint backwards? I couldn't. I'm going to say that one wasn't it, because I don't think it was. I think it was enclosed. We're looking for an open air space, people. I think I've hacked open 3 islands worth of content, right? Pretty sure. So I shit myself when I found that axe. I was so pleased. No, it's in a bloody sand dune. Is it? I think it bloody is. Pretty sure. I gotta tell you, reading the going back and reading the wiki, the Uriel entries would be funny. Because he's been I feel like he's been one of the more negative folk. So for him to also be like, oh hey, I'm just gonna hang around and give everybody hints, that shows either a level of conversion. There we go. This way, right? Or am I thinking of the... Crap, is this a messenger thing, or is this just going to be the weird cat thing? I mean, I'll rewatch the cat thing, I'm not... Oh, it... Okay. You know, I think that's just the weird cat thing. Balls. Hang on. Is it even in here, or is it just one of the other doorways? It's just one of the doorways in the hub world, isn't it? Son of a biscuit. Alright. Alright. No, Jim the Eternal, I definitely appreciate, oh, there it fucking is. Bloody hell. I appreciate the no spoilers. I'm all about that. Thank you very much. Yeah, I cannot stand spoilers. Particularly for a game like this that just turns my crank. So much. Alright, let's smash these out. Let's get it did. I gotta say as well, I'm very thankful to have the chat that we do. So there was TwitchCon recently, and a D&D game that we like to follow, the C Team, had a live game. And we watched it, you know, we watched the VOD after the fact, and we enjoyed it. We thought it was really cool, really fun. And when they play on their own channel, they have a really supportive and great community. Right, their own channel, their chat, amazing. Really cool, really understanding, really progressive, absolutely on brand. The TwitchCon chat was not so kind. Apparently rewatching the VODs and reading the chat was a nightmare. Now, we follow a few Twitch people. We don't tend to actually engage with chat, but we hear a lot about these communities being supportive and understanding and welcoming, and not, you know, brimming with douche canoes. So, I just want to say that I'm very thankful to all of you for being here, for being nice, for being cool, for being welcoming to new people. I really like that, and I kind of hope I never get internet famous. I mean, I'm not really at risk of it. I'm one of thousands of people just dicking about online with a, you know, with a handful of people in chat, and I'm actually just really happy with that, you know? I'm fine with that. I share the links in Facebook so that other people I know might want to pop in and say hi, but by and large, yeah, you guys are doing me well, and I would be happy with that forever. That's absolutely fine. It's like my comic, right? Like I do a daily webcomic, and I supposedly have, I actually can't remember how many thousand viewers. I used to know the number, not viewers, readers. I used to know the number because I used to be proud of it until I realized it was just people clicking follow on WordPress in the most perfunctory manner. And that's fine. They're not people who comment. Occasionally they're people who click like, but most of the likes I get are from people I know. It is an art that I make and enjoy, put online, and people that I know see it and like it. And that means more to me than strangers liking it, even thousands of strangers. Particularly because, in this sense, these are thousands of people who probably have a lot of stuff on their feed and probably aren't actually paying that much attention. And again, that's fine. Absolutely fine. So it means I don't have my day ruined by hideous people on the internet. I don't have that problem. It's good. It's good. I am really warm. I'm just gonna roll up the sleeves. Yeah, reading chat. Yeah, there was a cat underground for a moment. It was a weird thing. I can go back for it with the axe. We'll see how we feel. Maybe it can be like a last thing I do in the episode is we can go cat watching. Because I'm actually interested to pop back into that space and have another look, give it another shifty. Okay, so there are people in my chat professing to being douche canoes. You might think you're douche canoes. You might even know people who genuinely think that you are douche canoes. I do not. And I'm the one that matters in this situation because it's my stream. Ha, yes. Indeed. Indeed so. Oh. People saying how they would like to be internet famous. Well, I can't speak to it because I've never been internet famous, right? So I'm not going to say that I've got the inside scoop. It's entirely possible that if I got internet famous, it would actually make me happy and be good for my life. I guess seeing people become more famous, or more importantly, see people run aground of the harsher parts of the internet because they've become more famous in a particular arena, it shows the realities of the situation, right? I also spend a lot of time on Twitter, which is honestly pretty awful. Like a lot of people, I don't really know why I keep going back. I mean, I barely post now. I'm largely just liking things that are funny. Which is fine. Like, funny things are great, but... you know, that's not a good enough reason to make yourself miserable. There's a good chance that one day I'll just walk away from Twitter and never look back. Unfortunately, I get a bit twitchy as regards... wow, it's that easy. I mean, okay, I'm not gonna... you know, it's fine. Yeah, Twitter for me is... I want, or at least it used to be, I need a quick laugh. Waiting for a bus, or I'm on a bus, and I'm, you know, brain's running a bit hot, maybe I need to distract myself for a moment. Oh, I know, Twitter. Yeah. It hasn't been funny. Or at least as funny as it used to be for like about a year. There's still some jokes, it's still got some good in it, but it is fleeting. Really just shouldn't go back. And yet. So, I've got like a question mark, and a little question mark balloony bubble and a 1, so I'm guessing that just means one messenger unlocked, right? Like that's the thingo. Anyway, let's educate ourselves. Are these the same? They're literally the same. Wow. I don't know how I feel about that. On the one hand, it points to the replicative nature of this place. Like, so many of the elements... I mean, assets are reused because... A, because they just do because it's a video game. Like, of course they're going to reuse textures and stuff. I'm completely fine with that. From a video game perspective. From a narrative perspective, this sort of reuse sends a very specific message. Or at least it dilutes the sort of message that it was originally intending to make, I think, which is, look at these special words from these special people. Now they're repeated here, physically ad nauseum. It's novel, right? It says something. It says something about the nature of the space. Yeah. Oh yeah, reading over the very yeah, some people who get it absolutely, who have been absolutely screwed over by Interfame, and who themselves have used Interfame as a platform to be massively disgusting bigots, which is gross. Jim the Eternal offering to say what the question mark is. I'm just assuming it means that I've unlocked that many messages. But it looks like a UI element, so I don't mind being told, I guess. Yeah. Anyway. Pushing on. One of the great things about this chat is you guys are largely, you know, self-sustaining at the moment, which is fantastic. Like, you guys should be talking to each other. It does mean that I look and I'm like, oh, there's so much to read, I want to read the cool stuff that people are saying. But I'm also here to play games, not here to read chat. I mean, I never really had the chat room experience, you know? I had the MSN Messenger experience. So the good old days, I'd be doing air quotes if my hands weren't busy. The good old days of MSN Messenger. Communicating with lots of people at once in lots of different windows. And I liked that, actually. I liked that quite a bit. That was my social space. I don't know... Like, I want to say that it would have had an effect on my relationships, because obviously it did, right? The question is, what effect? There's no control group, you know. Alright, Roboid. So... It's just a solid mix between a tomb and... like a Dracula. Yeah, it's both tomb and techno-tomb. Alright, well I can read your QR code whenever. Yep, okay. But I'm gonna watch you disappear. Wop, 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 that's fine. Now, leave this place. Yeah, literally just teleport away. Cease existing. Physical reality here is a complete lie. Yep, cool, alright. So this is, I'm unlocking the hints that I never ended up using. Either because I didn't need them, or on a few occasions I looked the answer up. It's a really cool way to do it because it has... It's context appropriate within the world, right? I like that. Dang. Saz saying, man, I miss the chat room experience. Discord doesn't quite hit it. So I am... This is my current old man thing. I haven't gotten into Discord. Now, it has nothing to do with me thinking it's bad or weird. So it's not the true old man perspective of, you know, waggling my cane at people. It's just that I haven't had cause to use it because I already have avenues for communication, right? If I was to pick up another communication service, I feel like my first instinct would be to go for something that actually had proper encryption, something safer than the more mainstream things. I've tried that before, which is to say I said, hey everybody, anybody interested jumping in on this? Hello, anyone at all, let's do it, here's my username. I got one person saying yes, and then we just never talked on it, and nobody else took up the bait. So I've kept using less secure means of communication because they're just the means of communication that are to hand. Which is not criminal. It's not a criminal act. But yeah, but no, Discord sounds cool, I guess. I guess I'd have to give it a look, truly appraise it. Yeah, the chat, oh, see, I solved one of them. I knuckled down. It was hell. I solved two! Wow, okay. I did way better than I thought. Oh, well, I can set you up, Shumbley Bum. Shit, which one are you? Oh, Saz, I use it to talk about makeup or practice French and German. Interesting. Oh, Jim the Eternal, so without telling you where things are exactly, do you want warnings about potentially missing something? No, I think I'm okay. I've got the website open here. I'm largely aware of what I need to do. What I'm doing is just trying to get the messenger stuff done for the moment. Well, I guess, yeah, I'm not going through a moment-by-moment walkthrough. No, best not to tell me. Best not to tell me. I'll progress on my current trajectory because I'm still getting things done for the moment. And I know that I need to go back over a couple areas, which is to say I've only got, 21 stars, and I think I need 31 for the full complete for that ending, whatever it may be. But I appreciate the offer. So we're definitely at the let's get content done portion of the game, Let's square it away, see the incredible endings, and then, oh, damn it, Crafty mentioned something last week that was a really good suggestion, and I have already forgotten it. It had to do with gaming the autosave function. What to do with that? So, if we get to that point where we're seeing endings tonight, that would actually shock me a bit. It's probably not this way. Have I been here? Oh, I see. Oh, and these are... it's Uriel's thing. Oh, please. This isn't even your island. Piss off. not up here, right? No, it's got to be... So I've solved it, so it's not showing up on the horizon as an obvious shape, right? Got that there, got that there, there. That's the one that I had already solved. Oh, is there another one this way? Maybe this is, so... Over there... Or is that right down there? Hey! China. What? Oh, what's wondering if we fall off the edge, do we get a pretty voice in the ears? Let me show you, Welvet Weenie. Oh! That's what happened. Where did I leave that? Did it go back? Did it go back to its home? Is that what it bloody did? Oh, it did! Well, worth it. Worth it. Oh, here we go. A corrupted Devious. Leave a puzzle to solve, then do level 5, then solve the puzzle to trigger a save. And you can checkpoint back without having to solve the tower again. Ah, the tower. Gotcha. Yes. The multiple endings. Have to have done so later. Okay, cool. Yeah. So... Because, yeah, in much the same way that right now we're doing the Messenger episode, I want one episode to contain all of the endings. Because it's neat, and I like things to be neat, but also it makes it easier for me if I go back over these episodes. Oh, there we go. This counts as... Oh, son of a bitch. Resets everything? Really? Really? It's right, Weenie, I did it for you. You and your blessed cheese making. Where are we? There we are. Ho! Alright, quick lap. Almost certainly fine, which is to say it's another reliquary for some sleeping roboid. Alrighty. Yeah, I gotta say, I don't mind that it uses the checkpoint system. Maybe I do mind, actually. I was trying to think about... So, there are games that use the checkpoint system, and there are games that allow you to save whenever you want. And the downside to games that allow you to save whenever you want is save scumming. And that can lead to a very, very, very different experience. So, for instance, Bioshock Infinite, checkpoints. And I played that game at night, after work. And I would be like, okay, I'm just going to play a little bit more. And then it wouldn't so much be, I'm going to play a little bit more, as it was, I'm going to play until I can actually physically reach the next checkpoint. Sometimes that would be way longer than I expected it to be. The moment I got that loading symbol, the moment I knew it was saving, I would be able to leave and quit out, right? So it meant that I was often pushed to play an amount of the game that the game dictated, not me. I could have put it down earlier, but I didn't want to lose my progress, right? I've been doing well. It seemed silly to, discard that progress. Then you compare that to Dishonored, the first one. Got the second one, haven't played much of it yet, even though it's like a year old. It's a huge problem. I'm on it. Trying to do it. I save scummed the ever-loving piss out of Dishonored, and that's great because some of the levels are very tricky, very intricate, and there's so many different ways to go that there's so much exploration to be done. And of course there's so many different ways to play the damn game, that save scumming in that is great because it allows the player to have that flexibility. They get to choose how those experiences go. The downside to this is that I was often too cautious. I spent a long time playing that game when I could have been reckless, because it was entirely possible to run and hide and get myself out of those sticky situations. I didn't have to reload. Whereas in Bioshock Infinite, I just had to fight my way out. And it made the game much more exciting because of that enforced tension. So those are two games that I think benefited from their saving systems, but also, you know, there were some downsides there because neither one is perfect, right? For those sort of games, I think it's really hard to strike that balance. Perhaps for me. This game, I think save scumming would be fine. It's a fucking puzzle game. I'm not getting shot. I'm not saving grenades up or whatever. Yeah, I wish it had save scumming so that I could just do the endings in an order that I saw fit, right? Maybe on Steam, maybe the PC version allows for, you know, save scumming or, you know, operating your own saves instead of checkpoints. Maybe I'm just stooged because I'm on the console. It's possible. Can't rule it out. Oh yeah, no, I jumped off that cliff for you. That's fine. It's completely normal. It's what friends do, right? Yeah. So, Saz never heard of Save Scum, but I prefer that. Yeah, there are so many games that profit from it because it removes that anxiety. So, for reference, when I used to read Choose Your Own Adventure books, and I used to read them a lot, I was either dog-earing a lot of pages, or I would have my finger in between passages. Like, if I had a choice between two things and they were both super exciting, and they always were, I would, you know, put my finger in between those pages and hold it there and then check out both of those ways. So I get at it with, like, my whole fist crammed into this book, desperately trying to hold save files. These were analog save files. That's the sort of gamer I was on my own with a book. So you can imagine that I'd much prefer save scumming. It's, from a game development standpoint, I can see why they don't like it, because what it does is it puts people in the position of breaking the game. It's not the challenge they designed for, right? Okay. So interesting. So what I'm a bit worried by, Crafty, is that you've said leave a puzzle to solve. What puzzle, though? Would it be one of the star puzzles? Should I be towering first? I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to know. Yeah, maybe I should be doing more research after this play session, just to feel it out, just to actually make an itinerary that means that I will get the game in a good order. Yeah, and that's it. Oh! Bang. No, that's alright, Crafty. We are 50 minutes in. We have a whole new... Ooh. Damn it! God damn it, Dad. You and your shitty portals. But that sucks. Alright. Oh! And what are you, my children? And what are you? What? Alright. This is ridiculous. I already love it. Okay, beep boops. Let's go. Bam. Start time. It's just another one of these. Okay. Cool. But it's possibly, you know, super information. I'm already so glad I collected those stars. For more beep boops, I will crawl over broken glass. That is not true. That is not even close to accurate. Alright. Let's do it. Talos.email. Alexander Drennan to Nomadic's mailing list. Subject, NML Talos Principle. Have you heard of the Talos Principle? It's this old philosophical concept about the impossibility of avoiding reality. No matter what you believe, if you lose your blood, you will die. I think that applies to our situation more than we'd like to admit. We could lose our eyes and pretend that everything's going to be alright, but it won't change the physical reality of what's going to happen to our something. I think that as scientists, it is our duty to face the truth and to ask ourselves the most important question: how can we help? I think I have an idea, and then more hex code. So this game well and truly expects me as a player, I think, to be decoding this as I go. Again, if I'd found this game as a younger person, I would have had a very different experience. As it stands, I'm probably just going to end up reading through an intense wiki that gives all of the deets after the fact for research purposes. Right now it is too much of an effort, we're going to push on. Human blood. .text. I love it. It is said by some that our blood is composed of infinite living agents which go up and down the highways and byways of our bodies as people in the streets of a city. Something, something. One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever, function, etc. And the sheep of the town, how lifelike, with its change in the circulation. Butler Samuel. We are misled by considering any complicated machine as a single thing. In truth, it is a city or society, each member of which was bled truly after its kind. Okay, so this is possibly just another chunk from Erewhon, which is great, because Erewhon is a, is a seed text for this particular work, for sure. Open archive important email from Arcady. Nice, I recognise that name. 504 recipients, subject archive. I'll keep this short. You all know me, so you know that I know what I'm talking about. I realise that you're all working on projects meant to somehow avert the catastrophe we are facing, but you must all concede that there is a very real possibility that you will not have enough time to find a solution. I believe that we cannot afford to ignore an extinction or near extinction scenario. We must prepare for the worst. That is to say, we must seek to preserve the non-biological components of what constitutes the human species in the hope they be recovered in the future by other local or non-local sentients. I know that we are not used to thinking on that scale, not in terms of praxis, but if we truly value humanity, then we must act immediately. You'll find the details of my proposal in the attachment, but the short version is this: the creation of multiple archives for redundancy in safe locations that will contain, in digital form, as much information about our species, including all cultural works, scientific insights, history, DNA, as can be gathered in the given time frame. This will be massive global undertaking, something with EL naturally being one of the blah. Error cannot find attachment. Yep, EL being Elohim. I'm getting the very real sense that I was possibly meant to have read this earlier. So the way that these bombs are being dropped, they're not bombs. I've already figured this out. This confirms it, but given that I'm in the star section in the first hub world, yeah, I probably should have, done the thing, gotten the stars, which is weird because, yeah, the amount of stars that you get gets you, I think just gets you a piece on the next puzzle as opposed to specific pieces, which means you could gather a whole bunch of stars and come back. I don't know, but it is it's a non-linear text in terms of these text entries, right? Okay. That's the first image file we've ever got, and that is of the tower. Why is that in the archive here? Is it because the tower that I see was modelled on an existing structure? Was this a target render? Was this... Damn. Very strange. Alright. Solve some puzzles. And hey, I might get hella stuck on these puzzles. Oh! You come this far, but I believe we must seek out the secrets of this world if we want to truly serve the generations to come. SciFiAIguy was the third messenger, so yeah, there is someone who believed in serving future generations. Oh, that sky. I love that contrast so much, guys. Oh, that is rich. That is rich. I think I'm just going to wander a bit. Check the QRs. Whoa! You, my friend, are clearly a way to get stars. Or a way to get into a puzzle. Dum-dum mine, okay. What? The Swiss. Oh. Wait, what? Oh, okay. No, I get it. I will use that fan to get an item in. Get an item over the wall. Okay. That's cool. Man, it's a big space. The one downside to these QRs is that I feel the urge to find them all, and then I just end up backtracking endlessly over this huge space because it's hard to... You're an axe. You're blatantly an axe. Presumably I can't take an axe in. No, okay. That's fine. fine. But the urge to wreck up the joint is strong within me. Whoa, what? You are kidding. But why? But for why, though? It didn't knock down a wall, it didn't... I'm gonna chop down every damn tree. What is happening? Oh, Combi2K, hello! Welcome, welcome. You have missed me finishing the messenger bit. Oh! Wow. This is so novel. Just fell on trees. Why the fuck not? So strange. Was there a crafting minigame that they forgot to include? Should I be picking up pixelated hunks of wood? So very strange. No, don't chop, you bastard. Robot puzzle solver lumberjack. You said it, Jim the Eternal. I really am. The perfect man. I'm not. You destroyed nothing! I mean, I destroyed a tree, but the tree didn't... Oh. I'm waiting for it. It'll be the last tree, right? It'll be the last damn tree. They also don't persist, so I'm not banking on one of them becoming a bridge into an area that I wouldn't otherwise be able to get into. Oh, you know what? Are there going to be sight lines for some puzzle? Some ridiculous star puzzle that I'm opening up by destroying trees? Is that it? Because that's pretty cool. Again, it's something that I don't expect from the game, which makes it shocking and interesting, but also means that actually solving puzzles in this game of this sort are so difficult. Right? Like, it's so hard to... Wait, really? Oh. I mean, okay. Oh, damn, yeah, I'm gonna ruin this place. Yeah, if you said, you know, I'm going to make a puzzle game, and I'm going to give them all the mechanics they need, I'm going to let them know what they are, and then late in the game I'm just going to give them an axe and they're suddenly able to chop down trees, I would look at them like they'd vomited up a pregnant frog. Like, why, though? I get surprises, but sometimes things are too surprising, right? Am I the only one who... Oh, is it this tree? Is it the world tree? Like, why am I being given this power? I'm just abusing it. Is that the point? I have become Death, the feller of trees. The tree fella. Oh. Oh. And that's literally why. Because that. Like... So strange. So strange. Like, is it impossible to solve this without the jammer? Is it a meta puzzle where I needed to have done all that to even attempt this? It's just weird. It's weird on its face. Okay. Well, you can piss off. Oh. Oh! You go for a long walk. 2 keys? What? What? Yeah, that's fine. Wait. No! Alright. It's okay, we can do it. We have the power. Well lit weenie, where SciFiAIguy gets wood. Yeah, it's true. I got wood. What of it? Wood is gross. It's all fibrous and shit. Sickens me. Yeah, I could not have done that without this jammer. This is a puzzle I would have walked into and gotten immediately furious at, because I'd be like, what am I meant to do? Wild. What a strange puzzle area. But it's the star area, right? Like, it has to be more esoteric. I get that. It's just... They let me chop down trees, man. Are you for serious? Do I need another one of these things? Else I get my ass shot? Is it a sprinting minigame? Okay. It is not a sprinting minigame. Or if it is, I got it wrong. Well, that is easy enough to come back to. So, if I find another, what's name, another jammer that I can jimmy out of another puzzle, we're good to go. We'll be good to go. Ooh. SciFiAIguy recreates the Normandy landing. If the Normandy landing was a puzzle game, there is a chance that I would play it. I gotta say, the trailers for whatever the latest war sim game... Whoa, no. If this is the whole puzzle, if this is the point of the whole... Yeah, man... I hate being dedicated to getting cool endings. It's gonna be so hard. Alright. Anything that requires reflexes and understanding of physical space, absolutely horrible. A++, do not recommend. So, okay. So what I can do is get them out of sync, right? Try and create a scenario where, okay, cool. Now that they're out of sync with one another, I can... You can chill. No, actually, I need to put this in. Are you out of sync enough? Maybe not. Maybe you need a little time to... No, wait, I did that wrong. Let's do this. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay. It's bullshit, but okay. Fuckhead piece of shit. Oh, wait. I can... No. Need to separate. Oh, there's a... That's right, a third one. Yeah, okay. So you're just chilling there. That's actually alright. I'm actually okay with that. But for the moment, let's pretend that you don't exist. And let's actually scope this. So I've just got 2. And then more. Oh, this is the worst. This isn't a puzzle. This is an iron spike and ones you read through. Posing as a puzzle. Alright. Let's desync you. Yep. Okay, you're somewhat out of sync. Maybe you need a little bit more loving. It's very hard to tell. more. Oh, hush. Hush your mouth. What I really need to do is, yeah, tuck in this corner. Jam that. Get back here. Reclaim this. Nope, no. Okay, yep. I'm trying to work out my own stupid system for jerks. Get in there, you clown! Alright. Let's just... Shh. Please don't murder me. Alright? You are good. So that is a huge problem. That'll kill me. That is going to kill me. Ugh. Yeah, this is, I just hate these puzzles. If this was the game, I would have quit, basically. They're not without merit. They're just bullshit and we're jerks. You know? What do you want? What do you want from me? I don't like them. I have completely fucked myself, so... Alright. No. Okay. Figured out the way to fix this conundrum for now. This ain't gonna last. This is gonna go wrong, and it's gonna go wrong fast. Alright, so if I... jam... You know what? Take a knee. Okay, this is it. This is the final hurdle, and there's 3 of them moving in pretty solid unison. Okay, so there is a slight syncopation here. Is there? Yeah, there's some syncopation there. Okay. So will I benefit from waiting it out? Yeah, until there's a natural gap. Okay. Because it's only going to get better. Alright. So I can assess that from here. Oh fuck, oh fuck. No. Okay. This is bad. Because I'm still... fucking... Oh, thank God. Oh, it's in the way. Oh, it's in the way. Okay. Woo! Woo! My blood. Alright. I got blood probs. They're mine, and mine alone. Fuck. Alright, I can't even check on what I've done. Unless I lock that in there. I could do that. Yeah, I need to check my progress. So I've jammed that there, which is okay. If I jam that open from here. Yeah, I need to get both of them through. I would like to get both of them through. I don't have to. No, I should... yeah, I entered the wrong one. Okay. So I need to undo my problem. Alright. Oh, fuck. Okay, I've made my problem worse. Excuse me while I fix this. Okay. Alright. Whew! Whew! Combi 2K, my 3-year-old just said, wow, this game is really boring. Oh, cool! I'm glad that the viewership are not moved by my extremely heightened blood pressure. That's cool, I guess. It's a good point, though. This is probably not terribly exciting to watch. It is a nightmare to play. I'm not enjoying this, but dear God, I must. Okay, so... Alright. Here's what I should be trying to do. I should be trying to trap Middle Boy at the other end of the puzzle. Yep, okay. And gone. Okay. That helps significantly. So if I jam this open, this middle avenue is still hell. What if I need to give myself the best possible time, so I'm going to jam you there. Wait, no. Jam you from a better distance. Hold up. You retreat. Get back over yonder. Somebody put baby in the corner. I get this. Okay, so now I have more leeway for when I make the jump. Okay. So what I'm basically doing is... I suppose I could do it incrementally. Like, jam this here. Okay, that sucked. That sucked and I didn't like it. Gotta fix this. Oh wait, no, I want to be doing you like that, and then getting this over here. Jamming you at the end of your leg. I really don't want to have to redo this. This is one of the reasons why I'm being super finicky. It's because I just want to get this done. God, it's 8:15. Wow, okay. These star areas are absolutely trousers. They're cool, but my giddy aunt. Yeah. It's possible they're just outside my capability, right? Like, we have to accept that that's a possibility. So I probably can't just sprint. So what I need to do is offset these, which means I need that. Oh, balls. Okay. You know what? You can be the best that you can be in the bloody way. That's still too close. Are you? No, no. 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 Alright, you'll do. You'll do. You'll do. It's fine. You'll do. It's fine. You'll do. It's fine. Okay. Okay, cool. I figured out that part. It only took me forever. Quit getting mad. Alright, you do that. Oh my god. 6! The mysterious 6. Oh, first try. First try, and it took me forever, and it felt terrible. Oh, my guts are roiling. I am as like unto a human stew pot. Woo! I can finally look at chat. Oh, damn. Crafty Devious saying you're rooting for me. That's great. I needed that. I needed to know. Oh. Well, that Winnie, I'm not ginning today. I have not drunk on the stream in a long time, and part of that is because if I have a couple drinks, I don't feel too good. I need to have several to get into the mode. Like, the casual couple of drinks has almost completely ceased to be a thing. It's tough, because I like the feeling while I'm having that drink, but then I very quickly, you know, get headachy, and I don't know, maybe it's the sugars. It's bad. It's bad, and it doesn't feel good. Whew. Oh yes, and I ate trash pizza tonight. It was pretty damn good. Which is to say, I had anchovies. Bam. So my standard for the moment is the gluten-free base, the creme fraiche sauce, anchovies, rasher bacon, either olives or feta, both were good, and cherry tomatoes. And it is mwah. I'm doing Chef Kissy fingers, in case y'all didn't know. Mwah. Do I still have a key? I do not. Okay. Okay, aha. Alright. Okay, so this is just a big cool plaza, showing me that I can get to that someday. Right, that's... The level design of some of these is a bit odd, only in the sense that a lot of these circuits, a lot of these areas feel very circuitous. And that's okay. You know, it's not criminal. But it's interesting, right? It's an interesting choice. So my fantasy would be that I place it here and block it, but I mean getting around it is yeah. Well, maybe if I... No, this is no different to just blocking it, right? Yeah. This is it. No other cool thing. I just die, right? Like this is the puzzle. It's her, I can be murdered. Like, if I can get past it, I don't need the jammer. Right? If I can get past the damn thing, I don't... Oh, of course, I let it through. Simplest solution, etc. Look, I want to believe that I'm right. There's just not a lot of available evidence. You know? I'm often a complete loaf. Okay? Huh. Oh, good. I'm somewhat trapped, but not completely. Oh, good. Keys I can't have. Oh, hey. Hey, thingo. Oh, cool. Let me in. Alright. We're good. We're good to go. So... Oh, I see. please enjoy a new prison for your body and mind. Yeah, it would be really interesting if these spheres themselves contained transcendent consciousnesses existing here at the end of the world, because that's a bit weird. But it's so similar to Matrix, right? Some of the ideas that they had in the Matrix, where a lot of programs were, you know, were sentient, but they were just part of the greater system. You know, they were responsible for rainbows or whatever. I mean, we're talking the second and third films, which I like. Admittedly, I don't like them as much as I did at the time. They haven't necessarily aged super well, but, you know, they're not criminal, they're just... oh, trousers. So I have to undo all that damage I did, basically. Really? Really? There's no gates to open with them keys? I'm just... okay. Bloody hell, fine. Wasn't there a... there it is. Never mind me. Okay, cool. Oh no, zigzag. Ah, that's actually pretty cool. That's actually pretty damn cool. So, can I see the paths? There. There. Okay. Because the game has not really used that up to date. So this is all I have. Cool. Alright, cool. Whoop, 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 whoop. No you don't. No you do not. You might! Oh, Tuttle, Sunday trousers. What was the point of that? Balls. Literally balls. Literal actual balls. Game is filled with balls. Okay, now I have 2 sets of keys. Fucking bully for me. Okay, let's undo this shit. Oh, too soon. I'm not sure why I needed that second set of keys, because I used 1 set of keys to get the second set of keys, so unless they're super unique... Now is it just 2 of them? I think it is just 2 of them. Oh, I can't ping through there, can I? That'd be too good. Yeah, did I miss something? It was just keys, it was just a... So if I go through here and escape. Whoop. Shit, I should have grabbed the scanner. No! It's alright, I can do it. He's trapped. And he sucks. So the whole point of that was just for me to get some... ah. I completely forgot about the puzzle pieces and stuff. That's literally it. Okay, cool. Yeah, and I have spent the stars. Look, I've only got 11 left. Interesting. Okay. Woo! I'm seeing cool emojis in chat. Oh, lots of lots of great chat going on. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, I'm having to do that thing of being the facilitator of cool chat. But I cannot, you know, can't talk to all of you all at once as much as I would wish to. So now it's this one, the dum one. So I need the right. Has that been? Yep. So that's reset. So I break that. drop it, I grab this, go over here, I get in here, I get in, and that's right, then I do the Gallipoli. Oh. No. That's awesome. Wait for it. Look, look. The tree. It's the tree. Ah! That's cool. I'll admit that is cool. Where's my axe? Fucking give it to me. Again, completely ridiculous. Why should this be a mechanic so late in the game? And yet here we are. And yet here we are. Can't you detonate the bomb? Alright. Let me rest you here, my sainted fellow. My friend. Alright. No. Okay, so it comes back this way and then... Do I need to have opened that? Yep, cool. So it'll go through there. That makes sense. That makes sense. Am I just trying to lead it? Trying to divert it to getting shot? Let's jam that. See if it turns. Oh, okay. Gotta fell a tree. Gotta talk to a man about a tree. Not a man, I'm a robot. Not human. La la la. Alright, so this one has proven to be cool. I stand by my abrasive comments about how this puzzle, and puzzles like it, have been designed, but I'm actually going to keep the axis, no reason to not have it. Because this is a useless jammer. Very necessary. I'm gonna have to fell another tree, aren't I? Should have been checking for more fellable artifacts. Look, I'm gonna fucking grab you as if I'm wrong. So are you gonna... Hang on, another set of keys? Where do I get more keys? Trousers. Alright, come back, come back. Come back. Where are there more keys? What did I miss? Grab those keys. Were there some of the keys around the map that I saw and picked up before? Are you bound? What? Why are you not coming back? Is the pathing... Is it the axe? Fear not the axe, my friend. Yeah, leave. Yeah, I think it was the axe. Alright, well. Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. Alright. So we're good. We're good to go. Oh. Whew. I do love this axe. Which is to say, I love the visual design of this axe. Love the way the light glints off the dull blade. It's good. It's good. There is minimum one axe in my novel, so I feel good about axes right now. They're a valuable part. Kind of. They're just sort of there. Ah, I remember when I first discovered this, it was so esoteric and weird that bombs and guns were just natural enemies. It's like, I mean, okay. Woo! Gets that sky as well. Chef, hissy fingers. Well, that was one Star World. Obliterated. Destroyed. do it. Let's get out of here. With the axe. I'm gonna go home. Tell Dad how cool axes are. Hey, Dad. Oh, shit. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I think there was just the one... I only saw the one QR code. Yeah. Let's do it. Woo! Saz pointing out that I'm getting a bit serial killery. Well, I mean, yes. Maybe a bit. I am one of those people who likes particularly dark fiction. Not all the time, I'm going to be honest. I used to like it a lot more, I think, when I was just angrier and sadder, right? I'm not saying that's everyone's requisite makeup for enjoying those texts, but it was mine, I think. I think that was a key part of it. Sometimes I absolutely can't hack dark and depressing fiction, and I need some levity. Like, physically need it. But there are times when I like to see shit hit the fan in some pretty gross and strange ways. And yeah, something that is fascinating to watch is someone that is truly without remorse. Or just with a very different concept of remorse. I've always found, I'm sure you'll find this unsurprising, people who have psychologically, I don't want to say aberrant because that's a bit cruel. Non-normative, that's it. Non-normative psychology. I've oft been fascinated by such individuals. Bam! Let's do it. Let's get some fucking Egyptology out of the way. So, these are star puzzles, which is good to know. So, these are the ones that I want to save one more for. As per Crafty's advice, gleaned from the intersweb itself. So yeah, we're going to get through this world. I have to get some more stars, so I'll do some more research on that front. And then yeah. Then we've got towers, and that means another load of puzzles, right? We'll see how tough they are compared to the rest of the game. We'll see what happens. Oh shit! Crafty Devious asking, what were those odd things on the sign? I have no idea. I don't know if they changed. We gotta go back. Do we have to go back? We should go back. I'm gonna go back. It's gonna take time, but I'm gonna go back. Beat Boots will be waiting for us. I completely forgot about them. It's alright, we can do it. Mindhunter's Netflix show might be up my alley. Okay, cool. Says Rainbow, I'm non-normative. Is that why you like me? I don't know. I mean, I like you, which means that I like the makeup of your personality. I wouldn't say that I specifically like it because it is unique. I like it and it is unique. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't interrogated that. Haven't really thought about it. I haven't really thought about that a lot for a lot of my friends, I suppose. I like to puzzle people out, not in a not in a like manipulative sense. I just like to think about people and how they interact and what those interactions mean. But yeah, trying to filter people through a potential non-normative lens. I don't know. I know that I have had more of a tendency to meet and hang out with people who have, yeah, it's just 7-star. It hasn't changed at all. I can't interact with it. Can I axe it? Can I axe it a question? I cannot. Oh! Guys, it's a 3-digit code. This is 7-star. The other one is star 9-star, and then we're going to have star and another digit. It's a code. Okay, so we just remember that this one is 7. It's 7, 9, then something else. Bam! We're getting that lift, and then I'll return to chat. Continue discussion. SciFiAIguy, you were in full analysis mode. I didn't leave the house today, and thus saved more energy for doing this, it seems. So even on a day where I'm feeling a bit run down, if I don't do a lot and then I do a stream, apparently it's just a more high-octane stream, and it's actually a better stream. I should be composing my Mondays a bit better. I was in B. Yeah, alright, that's something to think about. Yeah, the exhausted stream is actually is difficult to do. We all know why. Well, some of us know why. It's just hard. Never will see. No, I love being in full analysis mode. I mean, that's why I'm doing the damn stream, right? I'm glad I'm getting some moments of analyses because, again, we're in a breadcrumb state with this game. I mean, we have been for most of it, let's be frank. But hey, beep boops. Get some more plot dumps. Come on. Yeah. And a beep, and a boop, and a go. Orangutan, Blake Archive, usernames, and another thing. Another image. Orangutan.html. A medical journal has published a startling new theory about last year's sudden, shocking extinction of the orangutan. See our award-winning video of the last orangutan at this link. Oh my. They suggest that the virus responsible was not a new mutation, but a very old one. An ancient virus, buried until now in high-latitude permafrost, set free by global warming. Well, shit. As far as actual likely apocalypses go, that one has weighed upon my mind. The virus may have plagued the ancestors of the modern great apes more than 100,000 years ago. Several important questions remain unanswered, including error. More importantly, the study suggests that, based on samples taken from locations around the globe, the incubation period may be something. If you like this article, you may also like How to Really Avoid Heart Attacks, You Won't Believe What's Living Under This Rock, Top 10 Amazing Science Facts, Oscar's Nip Slip Explained by Physics video, How to Easily Beat Any Infection, sponsored link. That's great. I love that last link. That is so good. Oh man, with the clickbait references, that's fucking incredible. Bam. Oh, Crafty Devious preferred the mystery. You don't like that they've overtly stated what the virus is and where it's from? That's fair. I mean, they gestured enough around it that we filled in that gap. But yeah, having the trick actually shown does remove some of the joie de vivre, which I'm sure I'm saying wrong. Platel.png. The ancient poets animated all sensible objects with gods or geniuses. I thought it was going to say the ancient poets animated all gifts. Animated all sensible objects with gods or geniuses, calling them by the names and adorning them with the properties of woods, rivers, mountains, lakes, cities, nations, and whatever their enlarged and numerous senses could perceive. And particularly, they studied the genius of each city and country, placing it under its mental deity. Till a system was formed, which took some advantage of and enslaved the vulgar by attempting to realise or abstract the mental deities from their objects, thus begun priesthood, choosing forms of worship from poetic tales, and at length they pronounced that the gods had ordered such things. Thus men forgot that all deities reside in the human breast. Interesting. Interesting. Usernames.email. From George Jameson to Ian mailing list, re-usernames. It's working now. Each iteration is assigned to its own unique name drawn randomly from the database. At the moment, that's a database of online gaming handles, which does sound a bit odd, but I honestly don't think we should spend more time on this. We have unique identifiers, so we're fine. More than that is a luxury we can't afford. If we should happen to have everything else finished on time, I'll go back and generate a new database with more appropriate names. Right now, it just can't be a priority. George. Awesome. That explains the naming conventions. I mean, if you want a massive corpus of names that are, by and large, interesting and legible, you could not go further than that. That is actually a smart, like they're pressed for time, that's a smart plot point. That's really cool. Okay. That also lops off one of the other potential mystery branches, because there was I posited a theory weeks ago, well, everything's weeks ago, we've been playing this game for ages, that the intelligences that have been pasting these things on walls were, you know, in the same way that Simon from Soma was a sort of, you know, revigorated you know, here's a consciousness from data, just add water. That the internet had been locked off and curated and then grown in you know, some sort of binary yeast into being sentient beings, and thus they had the stupid handles and were, you know, QRing shit on walls. But they're just names. They're just names from a database. And some of them might have been changed after the fact by Elohim. Perhaps George Jameson went back and did some before he died and got some nice ones in there. But, yeah. Or realistically, there are a lot of religiously themed internet names, and so there could be some curation on Elohim's part, you know? Wild. That is so wild. Yeah. Very cool. And another image. Here we go. So that's the... Yeah, so I'm unlocking the 6th floor with these stars, right? That's what I'm doing. So I think I've unlocked up to 5 by getting all the red pieces. 6 is what I'm doing with the stars. Okay, cool. Cool. Noted. Let's explore, because hidden areas... Having, you know, looked up more than a few solutions last week to star puzzles, and finding that a bunch of them had, like, ridiculous secret passageways, I'm fucking wary as hell now. Nope. Solid as a rock. Rusty as shit. And... awesome. Mentioned it before. Loved Egyptology as a kid. Thought it was the coolest damn thing. Alongside dinosaurs. I think antiquity, right? I never thought I would figure out how to get to this place. It is beautiful, but somehow sad. At version 71. If you're only getting sad now, I don't think you've been thinking about it hard enough. Ooh. Yeah, hieroglyphics were cool. It was just cool. Yeah, even when I was young, there was a sense of the world being solved, right? Like, so many adventure films involve the discovery of these ancient places. Oh.
Beginning were the words, and the words made the world.
Okay,
I am the words are in.
Yep, cool. Sorry, Dad. Sorry. I know you need private time. Yeah, so... You know... trying to fantasize myself, trying to write internal stories in these... Can't even chuck a lap? Alright. Around, you know, in the adventure narrative. Trying to invent cool places. It was difficult because everything felt solved. All the blank spaces on the map had been filled in. And I've had a few adventure films that address this. A particularly egregious film in and of itself being, I think, the 3rd Pirates? Possibly the 2nd. When is it Cutler Beckett? He's talking about how, you know, it's that idea of reason coming in and ruining magic and mysticism, etc. And as someone who has grown up and is now using reason to kick holes in mysticism, you know, welcome to the snake eating its own tail. But yeah, and the funny thing is, all of these grand adventures were based on real things. And now that I'm older and I go and look at the real things, I am floored, I am blown away. And I don't know what it is. I don't know what the process is by which we either feel we have to, or we absolutely have to, provide more exciting versions of the real world, such that the young will be interested in them. What the fuck? Okay, so if I do this, I wait. That should be plenty of time. I can get the connector. Slash, go in there and see if there's anything else cool about that space. Nope, just that. Cool. Alright. Interesting. So, what I clearly need to do is something like this, right? Turn this on. Grab you. Nope. Wrong. Re-record. Yeah, just record it. And then ramble for a bit. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, right? So, being young, being interested in Egypt, I would like to think that had I actually gotten the chance to visit Egypt and see the interesting stuff, it would have been cool, right? But I suppose it would have also been in a real geopolitical context. So instead of it being packaged neatly, where a grizzle-jawed ruffian, a white dude, throws himself around the world with, you know, some token interactions with stereotypes, but not a lot else, and then, you know, blistering adventure, and then actually going to a place and meeting real people, finding out that they are people and have real problems, and oh wait, I'm a privileged white boy tossing himself around the world to get his kicks off of the culture of another. Yeah, it would have been an eye-opener as a kid, and being older, I can respect that and see that. I don't know that that is the standard process for all adults, but maybe that's it. Maybe I'm more interested in the larger... Yeah, maybe I don't know, maybe I just like different shit. I'm rambling. I'm totally rambling. You know what? It's fine. I'm going to say it's fine. Because I just kind of want it to be fine. You son of a bitch. You're not gonna do it for me, are you? Okay, so it needs to be smarter than the basic solution. I would be interested to know oh, it's got friggin' both of them. Okay, you know what? I think I've got it. I think. Can I? Oh no, I can't. I can't place it in there. It has to be outside. Oh, I thought I had it. It was gonna be so cool. Alright, so it's definitely an angle thing then, because I can't interact with those bloody things at all. Trousers. Well, Weenie, you are more than welcome to steal the statement binary yeast. You're keen on yeast, so you know it's feel free. Go nuts with it. Well, Weenie, I think it's why I enjoyed Dinotopia, a mix of dinos and antiquity. Fuck yes, Dinotopia was awesome. Yeah, it was good stuff. Crafted Devious Ghost on the button. So, if I... this here, and this here. This is my plan. Stand here. Alright. Get a good amount of time, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to run over. I'm going to grab the thingo. So I'm going to, from the, yeah, I'm just going to, yeah. I'm going to think it through instead of talking it through. Yeah, this should work. This should work. This should work. And then it's basically going to be 9 o'clock, so we're going to call it. I would push further, but we're about to finish a puzzle, and anytime we can finish a puzzle, anytime close to 9, is good. Because last time we went late. We pushed on for only another, like, 15-20 minutes, but, I mean, it was worth it. Got stuff done. I really want to smash through this game, as I keep saying week after week. Oh, speaking of, so, while I've got several people here, it may be already apparent to you, but next week I will not be streaming. So I will have come home that day from Melbourne. I will have finished PAX the previous day, and then we're flying home Monday afternoon. I don't buy that I will have the wherewithal to stream. However, I might want to, and I might end up streaming, and it might only be for a very small audience, but there's a good chance I just won't. So if it's a bonus stream, that's awesome. If I cannot be asked, / need to save my voice, because I'm literally right back into it. Like Tuesday, I've got a meeting in the afternoon, 2 meetings actually, and then I'm back on the novel writing train, and I'm desperately trying to get this novel done before the end of November. Well, trying to get the basic first draft done, then I'll go back in for like a week or two and tinker getting all the mystery hooks lined up, and then I'll, toss it at my supervisor and see what sticks. But yes, absolutely balls to the wall, action-packed. Me sitting at my computer for hours on end. So, long story short, next week, probably no stream. Don't bank on it. Feel free to make other plans. Because you're adults. Live your own life. Damn. It's still, oh no. No, that's pretty good, I think. Come on. Yeah! Yes! We got it. Hey, QR. Have I read this? Have I read this already? We cannot achieve the goal of the process on our own. We must find a way to help each other. Brachial X. The process is capitalized, or at least it's a proper noun, I should say. So that's quaint. That's interesting to me. Alright, so we've got a puzzle here. We've got a puzzle here. That was the way in. Was it? Yeah. I'm just gonna tool around and have a quick look at stuff, because we've got time. My giddy aunt. What the balls is this? This is gonna be awesome. I love rich, complex puzzles like that. I think I prefer them to the sparse puzzles, the Spartan, where it's like a few pieces and you've got to, really knock your head against what those pieces mean. Like, there needs to be a good mix, but when I walk into a puzzle with lots of interconnected parts, I get excited, right? There's a lot to play with right away. There's a lot of things to iterate upon. Alright, well that was fucking productive as hell. And bam. Opciones. Alright. Sweet, guys. This was great. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. Fantastic chat. 429 comments, guys. Well done. Bravo. Might be one of our highest. No clue if that's true. It's rare that it gets that high, though, so good stuff. Good to see y'all. I will see some of you over the coming weeks, which is to say I'll see a couple of you at PAX. Other people I will see when I return here in a fortnight and kick through another big part of the game. So let's think about this. Next session, what do I think we'll do? We'll finish the next 2 star puzzles. I will look up the ways to achieve those other stars, so then we can get through the final round of star puzzles. And then we start solving puzzles on the tower. And so maybe 2 more, maybe we're like 2 sessions away from finishing? 2 or 3? 3 is probably a bit much, right? But, we take a while. If there's beep boop content that makes me stop and go, ooh, consciousness, and then I ramble for a while, we're stuck for the next half fucking hour. So yeah, it might take 3 sessions, but I feel like 3 is a decent, that's got enough leeway. I feel like we've got 3 sessions left. So in 4 weeks, we can wrap up this game. I'll possibly try and look into the ending of Soma so I can do a proper wrap-up for that. And then we can start a new game, and I reckon it's going to be Thomas Was Alone, because that game is apparently about AI, and it looks quick. I think a nice palate cleanser will be good before we dig into something else. Awesome. Well, thanks guys, good stuff. Thank you chatbots. That's right. It's your name. It's your name, and it has been for a while, and it's good. It's good. You guys are the chatbots, and it's good. One of these days I'll make shirts. We'll have Jeff Goldblum's face, all you know, probably an ASCII actually, an ASCII rendition of Jeff Goldblum's face with the chatbots mixed in there somehow in bold. That on a shirt would be awesome. I'm gonna look into doing that immediately. I'll catch you guys, if not in a week, then in a fortnight.